You've taken back control of your life, moving away from negative vibes that were holding you back. This big change not only makes your life better, but also helps your partner start to overcome their own challenges. Even though they used to feel secure when you were together, now they feel less important and weaker without you. They notice that you're pulling away, and it makes them feel a mix of emotions, but instead of pushing them further away, your distance actually makes them feel closer to you. They see that the small efforts they used to make are no longer enough for you. Your rejection of their half-hearted attempts is a wake-up call for them. Realizing they might lose you if they don't change, your partner decides to face their own issues and break free from their old, harmful habits. They miss you deeply, not just on the surface, but in a heartfelt, meaningful way. They understand now that their love for you is deep and lasting. As they work on themselves, they start to notice signs and messages from the universe that seem to guide them on a better path. This isn't just by chance, it's because they are genuinely trying to improve and grow. They become more open to these signs, which help them through this time of change. As your partner progresses, they start to feel a mix of excitement and nerves. They're eager to bridge the gap that has formed between you, wanting to talk and reaffirm their commitment to you. They are realizing more and more that the connection you share is incredibly strong and goes deeper than daily challenges. It reaches into something spiritual and profound. They see that sometimes endings are necessary to clear the path for new beginnings, which offer fresh opportunities to grow and flourish together. This journey of yours, from reclaiming your own power to igniting change in your partner, highlights the deep connection between your paths. Your partner's growth isn't just about them, it's woven into the lives of those around them, including you. As you've moved away from negativity and embraced your true self, you've set an example that encourages others, like your partner, to follow suit. They see how your growth inspires their own. And it's clear that moving forward together brings positive transformations. This evolution in both your lives shows the power of mutual support and shared paths. It's not just about one person changing, it's about how both people influence each other's growth. As your partner watches you become more authentic and true to yourself, they are inspired to shed their own fears and inhibitions. Your willingness to let go of what no longer serves you motivates them to release their own burdens. Their journey toward you, then, is not just a path of physical or emotional distance being closed. It is a profound movement towards deeper understanding, mutual respect, and shared evolution. They are learning from your strength, drawing from your courage, and are motivated by your commitment to personal integrity. Seeing your transformation helps them to see that they, too, can change. It reaffirms that growth isn't just about improving oneself in isolation, but about how these personal changes enrich and elevate the relationships we hold dear. By moving forward together, you both contribute to a dynamic where each person's growth reinforces the others, creating a cycle of continuous improvement and deepening connection. This isn't just about finding a better state of being individually, it's about building a stronger, more resilient bond that can withstand the tests of time and challenge. As you both adapt and evolve, you not only enhance your own lives but also fortify the very foundation of your relationship. Before they met you, your partner's days were just a string of tasks and duties, all blurring together without much meaning. They did everything expected of them, often ignoring their own needs to please others. This need to look perfect drove them, even if it left them feeling alone and worn out. To others they seemed organized and reliable, but inside they felt empty and full of questions about their life and what they really wanted. They kept these doubts to themselves, worried that talking about them would make them look weak. They thought they needed to hide their worries to seem strong. As they kept hiding these feelings, the emotional burden got heavier. They were so focused on meeting others' expectations that they forgot about their own needs. I had completely lost touch with my true self, always seeking approval from others, which left me feeling mentally and emotionally exhausted. On the outside, I appeared successful and composed, but inside, I was battling feelings of unhappiness and frustration. This wide gap between how I appeared to others and how I actually felt made it really hard to connect with anyone genuinely because I was constantly wearing a mask of perfection. Then you entered my life, and everything changed dramatically. From the moment we first met, you had a way of making me feel comfortable, as if you could see right through the facade I had meticulously constructed. Your presence brought a sense of peace and comfort that was entirely new to me. It was as though I had found a piece of a puzzle that I didn't even know I was missing. For the first time in what felt like forever, I felt understood and genuinely accepted. Our conversations were incredibly joyful and relieving for me. I felt revitalized and full of life, almost as if you had taken away the heavy burden I had been shouldering for so long. Being with you, I realized I didn't need to be perfect or continuously seek approval from others. You taught me that it was okay to have doubts and to question aspects of my life, that showing my true feelings wasn't a sign of weakness, but rather a strength that fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. You opened up a new world for me, where vulnerability was not just accepted but appreciated. This newfound freedom was transformative. It encouraged me to explore parts of myself I had ignored or hidden away. With each conversation, I grew more comfortable sharing my thoughts and feelings, discovering that each time I opened up, I felt a little lighter. You helped me see that my worth wasn't tied to how flawlessly I presented myself or how much others approved of me, but rather in how honest I could be with myself and with others. Through our time together, you've shown me the power of genuine connection. It's not about the facade we present to the world, but about the truth we share in our most vulnerable moments. This lesson has been one of the most liberating of my life, allowing me to let go of the unattainable standards I had set for myself and instead embrace a life filled with real emotions, imperfections, and true happiness. You've not just changed the way I interact with you, but also the way I interact with everyone around me. Now, I approach my relationships with openness and honesty, ready to show my true self, imperfections and all. This shift has brought deeper and more meaningful relationships into my life, and it all started with the incredible understanding and acceptance you showed me from that very first day we met. You've helped me break free from the constraints of my old life and embrace a new way of being that is true to who I am, and for that I am profoundly grateful. Your support and understanding gave me the courage to face my buried emotions and tackle the questions I had been avoiding. I began to realize that my value doesn't come from meeting others' expectations, but from being true to myself. This new perspective was freeing. It allowed me to live authentically and fulfillingly. I stopped trying to meet an impossible ideal of perfection and started embracing my flaws and the unique qualities that define me. Being with you has been a transformative journey. You've taught me to see the beauty in vulnerability and the strength in authenticity. You've shown me that true happiness comes from within, not from seeking approval from others. With you, I've learned to enjoy the present moment and find joy in the simple things. I feel more confident and self-assured than ever, grateful for the positive change you've brought into my life. Meeting you has been a turning point, helping me break free from my old constraints and embrace a new way of living that truly reflects who I am. I no longer chase perfection or live by others' expectations.